All right, science enthusiasts. Today I'm diving into the powerhouse of the cell, the mitochondria. Ever wonder how you're able to run, jump, or even think? It all comes down to these tiny bean-shaped structures inside your cells. So what exactly do mitochondria do? Think of them as the cell's power plants. They take in nutrients, break them down, and create energy-rich molecules called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP is like a battery, providing energy for almost every process in your body. From muscle contraction to nerve impulses, ATP is the fuel that keeps you going. But how does this energy production happen? It's all about cellular respiration. Mitochondria use oxygen to convert glucose and other nutrients into ATP. This process involves glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain, or oxidative phosphorylation. Let's understand it step by step first. Glycolysis happens in the cytoplasm, breaking down glucose into pyruvate. This pyruvate then enters the mitochondria, where the Krebs cycle kicks in. Here, pyruvate is further broken down, releasing electrons. These electrons then travel through the electron transport chain, creating a flow of protons that drives ATP synthesis. Imagine a water wheel turning as water flows through it. That's how ATP is generated. Before we dive into the mechanism of ATP synthesis, let's have a closer look at our powerhouse, the mitochondria. Mitochondria are double membrane-bound organelles present in the cytoplasm. It has several structural components. Outer membrane, which encloses the entire organelle. Inner membrane, which has numerous folds called cristae. Intermembrane space is the region between the two membranes. Matrix is the innermost compartment, enclosed by the inner membrane. ATP synthesis primarily occurs during cellular respiration, a multi-step process that converts nutrients into energy. Again, this process consists of three main stages named glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. Glycolysis occurs in the cell cytoplasm, which is a fundamental metabolic pathway that breaks down glucose, a 6-carbon sugar, into 2 molecules of pyruvate, each containing 3 carbons. This process does not require oxygen, making it an anaerobic pathway. Through a series of 10 enzyme-catalyzed reactions, glycolysis yields a net gain of 2 ATP molecules and 2 NADH molecules per glucose molecule. The pyruvate produced can further enter the mitochondria. Let's track a single molecule of pyruvate here to see what happens. Upon entering the mitochondria outer membrane and inner membrane, the pyruvate reaches the matrix, which then undergoes oxidative decarboxylation by the pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, converting it into acetyl-CoA. The acetyl-CoA then enters the Krebs cycle, also known as the citric acid cycle, to facilitate further energy production. This cycle involves a series of enzymatic reactions that generate high-energy electron carriers such as NADH and FADH2. Then these electron carriers proceed to electron transport chain, or ETC, located in the inner mitochondrial membrane. Within the ETC, electrons are transferred through a series of protein complexes. This transfer generates a proton gradient across the membrane, with protons being pumped from the matrix to the intermembrane space. This gradient drives ATP synthesis via ATP synthase, functioning similarly to a water wheel turned by flowing water. Unlike the DNA in your cell's nucleus, mitochondrial DNA is inherited only from your mother. When mitochondrial DNA is damaged, it can lead to mitochondrial diseases, affecting energy production. These diseases can cause muscle weakness, neurological problems, and other serious health issues. Understanding mitochondria is crucial for unlocking new medical advancements and improving health. So, keep those cells charged up and stay curious about the amazing world of mitochondria.